flood table, and like I said, there's going to be a few changes I want to do to this thing before we fire it up again. I'm probably just going to add another shelf unit in here and do some changing around with the brackets and stuff I have up top. So I'm just going to get started, and we'll see what this thing looks like when it's done. These brackets up here I was just going to replace with a couple of ones I picked up at the dollar store. I think they'd just be a little bit better than what's on there now. So I'm going to take down these guys here and switch them off to the new pieces. Now I need to tip this thing over so I can work on it a little bit easier. It's not a big change, but I think it'll help me out. So I'm going to put the lights a little bit lower now and put the brackets on. Okay, so the new brackets are in, and then we'll just string up the lights again and we'll be ready. So I think I'm going to be putting hydrogen in this flood table. Last time I used it, the only other time I used it, I just kind of had the plants in soil and the water would fill up and the soil would get wet and the plants would get the nutrient. But now I'm going to fill the whole thing with hydrogen. But I don't want hydrogen to be getting into my drain, so I have this ring here that I'll be putting around the drain there, and that way I'll keep the hydrogen out and it will give me easy access to the overflow line, and any adjustments I need to make, I can make there. So I'll just find out how much of this hydrogen I need, and I'll probably give it a quick rinse and start putting it in. Alright, so got most of that in. I could probably use a little bit more, but I don't have any more. The next thing would be to, I guess, set up the reservoir, and that will just go directly underneath the table. Fill that up with water, set up some pumps, maybe an air stone, and we can see how that works. I'm still going to do this as an ebb and flow. Um, right now I'm going to use the same overflow valve setup as I did previously. I do want to change it and update it, but right now this is all I have. So I'll just continue to use this for now. The pump will still pump from the opposite end of the table, and I'll just do the same thing I did by the drain. I'll just create a little barrier so I can access where the water's coming in, just in case I wanted to see what it's doing. Alright, here's the reservoir, and we're only putting two things in here. One would be the pump, and that will connect to a hose up to where we're going to be pumping in the water. And the second thing would be an air stone, and this will have an air line going to it, and it also will be inside the reservoir. So the air stone is kind of optional. It really does help to bring oxygen to your water and to your plants, and it will also help to circulate your nutrient, but it's not 100% necessary. If your return for your water is coming in and splashing around, it's going to be mixing things up, getting oxygen going, so you don't really have to worry about that, but you will need the pump. Alright, we have gotten the updates all done. We got hydrogen in this thing now. We've got another shelf. I've moved around another shelf. I've added a bigger reservoir. And we are ready to start growing again. I would still like to put some mylar around this thing, but I'm going to save that for another episode. So make sure you stick around and watch that one too. Thanks.